if you're going to be living in Cartersville and you have small kids, the daycare and childcare can be challenging in Bartow County because you've got 2 kids. And how long were they on wait list?
Oh gosh, months and months.
And
I think
months.
Miles was on a wait list before he was born.
Yes, I was so shocked because when my kids were little, if we wanted to put them in daycare, you pretty much just walked in, signed the paperwork, and they started.
That'd be nice.
Not so. So Josephine is almost 3. So let's talk about her first. So what kind of child care situation did she start out with?
So I was still working at the fire department, and so every 3rd day, Megan was at work, and I went to work for 24 hours, and Josie stayed with Pop.
And that was fantastic. Now, if you're like, why is she so enthusiastic about Pop? It's because I'm Lolly. So, like, she was with us, but because of the way I work, he was really more hands-on than I was. And it wasn't every day because, like I said, he said it was every 3 days.
Right.
And then as she got bigger, because it was easier for us when she was super tiny because they're so portable and they don't talk and everything. But as she got bigger, where did we start next?
So the next place that we ended up putting Josie was at like an at-home daycare.
Right. And Lolly wasn't a fan of that.
No.
No.
Well, and I think, we would have preferred something different, but like you said, with the wait list, we needed something quickly, and that was kind of our only option.
Yes.
We begged this person to make some availability for one more, and so she took her for a little while.
Yes. And I personally was not a huge fan of the at-home thing because I just had a lot of fear. I'm just going to be honest. Like, I like the daycare where we know they've had a background check, where there's some cameras, there's multiple adults, It just wasn't, but did I get the decision? No, because I'm just the Lolly. I voiced it, but like we still did
Well, there
it.
were no other options.
Well, that's true. There was no other options. If you're living in Cartersville, it can be really hard. So then the next place I say we, but his wife is my daughter, so that it's a weird we, but it's Meg and him. I'm just very vocal. So the next place y'all did was what?
It was daycare. We got to daycare.
And overall, we were pretty happy because they took care of her.
Yeah.
She always she's happy to go. She's happy to be picked up. I dropped in and picked her up when I wanted to, and you picked her up, Meg. But what did we realize was missing?
The enrichment that I was looking for, like some educational activities going on, that sort of thing. I mean, I think they sang songs on occasion. They did some, but it was minimal. It was more of just a place to...
A daycare.
Yeah, take her, drop her off. You knew that she was going to be there when you got done with the day, pick her up.
That was let's see, this is why we had to be vocal. You just wanted to make sure the child was still there when you got off work. But your wife was not, she never was super happy there.
No.
It was convenient, but she was not happy with the enrichment activities.
Yeah, right.
So where we're at now, or where y'all are at now, how long have they been there?
Are we going on a year now?
Yeah. And Miles is there too. That's the only one he's been at. So tell us, first of all, what's been the biggest difference between the two?
The biggest difference, well, the education part, I think. Like, they're always doing some activity, hands-on learning activities, and there's actually an app that they upload photos into, and that's how we know, like, what they're doing almost like hour by hour.
Right.
And we really, really like that.
And do they even have TVs in the rooms? Because I've never gone in there and the TVs are on.
Yeah, that's it. That was another thing. It's like, that's what kept the kids busy at daycare, first daycare. It's like you went in, TV was always on, always blaring, they're always watching it. At this one, there's not even a TV in the room.
Yeah. So tell them the name of where they're at now.
Sunshine House.
Yeah, there is Sunshine House in Cartersville. And I think it's all about what you want. You might want a family member to keep your kids. You might want the in-home, because we didn't have any bad experience. Like, they actually are the ones who quit. Like, we didn't change them.
Right.
Yeah. And then the daycare that they were in, the first daycare, that was really what I expected from a daycare. I kept telling Meg, I think that's what daycare is, you know. So she was really excited when she found the Sunshine House. So hopefully, if you're moving to Cartersville and have small kids, maybe this will give you some insight into what we have available.